on to you, Virgos? Hope y'all having a great day. So for you, Virgos, you have the Four of Pentacles, the Strength card, and you have the Five of Wands. So we're in the Mercury retrograde right now until the 7th. And for us Virgos, we pretty much, going strong, keeping everything together or whatnot. Obviously, during Mercury retrogrades, we can't sleep. A lot of us can't sleep. I know I'm one of those that find it harder to sleep during Mercury retrogrades, right? Oh, yo, and Mercury goes retrograde at least 3 times a year. Like, shake my head, right? So this is why it is that I be saying with Setians, right? Like, anybody who understands Egyptian mythology, you know what it is that I'm referring to. So, anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here with that is the Four of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Five of Wands, we keeping it together, even when things are going haywire around us and things don't necessarily make sense. We, as Virgos, pretty much we're keeping it together, you know what I mean? And handling our business on our own. Because a lot of us Virgos know that when you ask people, they're going to take themselves out of it. But then when we don't ask people, people want to go ahead and say, hey, or sometimes they'll volunteer themselves. It's stupid. When a Virgo is asking, that is when you volunteer. That is when you say, okay, not when the Virgo doesn't ask per se, and the Virgo is doing their thing. And far too often people get this thing wrong, right? And this is why, and then now it becomes a virtuous cycle where us Virgos, we learn, oh, okay, I can't count on y'all because I'll be asking y'all for assistance. Y'all be coming up with excuses to not do stuff. Then they want to go ahead and say, Virgos, don't be asking for help. This is what I mean. This is what it is that I be saying when I say that a lot of times people don't know whether or not they're coming or going. And they promise that it's us Virgos. No, it be y'all. It'd be the world, Virgo. Right? So the Empress and the Queen of Wands right here is about, so a lot of us Virgos just staying to ourselves, like I've been talking about, right? Because, we handling business on our own. And we're trying to make sure that we don't end up getting caught up in none of the empty-headed nonsense that other people got going on, because us as Virgos, we pretty much know what it is that we gonna get. We're not gonna get anything valuable. Put it like that. We're not gonna get anything valuable whatsoever. We're gonna get a bunch of nonsense. We're gonna get a bunch of, people that want to pull us in their nonsense. It's messy. The stuff don't be making sense. It get real convoluted really quickly in the twinkling of an eye. And so us as Virgos, we deciding to stay away from that nonsense because, again, we as Virgos understand that it's the people. A lot of the times it be us, but it be us in the aspect of we bring them along, and we got to stop incorporating or involving dysfunctional people into our mix. That's what it is. That's what it is that it be, right? That's what it is that it is, right? And so us as Virgos, we learning, we gotta stand on our own 2 feet. But here's the thing: standing on our own 2 feet was never the problem. But the rare times that we may have asked for help, everybody wants to always take themselves out of the situation. Now, I'm not going to do that. Basically leaving us on our own. So now that us as Virgos, we're just like, it is what it is. I'll stay by myself. Why? Because y'all always got a problem whenever it is that I ask y'all for help, which is not normal, me asking you for assistance. It's not like I'm going to be asking you for assistance forever, and you know this. But you can't even do your part to say, oh, okay. See, this is why Mercury goes retrograde so much, because people's disingenuousness Mercury is constantly trying to fix the dysfunction, the mental warping, the dysfunction, the weirdness, the mental obtuseness. This is why Mercury goes into retrograde, to show people how stupid the decision making process be, because it don't make sense. Right? When us Virgos won't help, people will take themselves out of the situation. Oh, nah, I can't. Okay. Virgos ain't asking y'all for a lot, more than likely. But then when the Virgos are like, they learn, because Mercury is about learning. Okay, I can't take people. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna essentially get it on my own. It's not a problem. That's when it is that people want to be mad and they want to project some nonsense onto us. Oh, Virgos don't accept help, because when we ask y'all for help, y'all don't be giving it. Hello? Why do we have to go downstairs with this and really have to explain that part? Because you have people who want to keep deliberately missing the point on some intellectual dishonesty type of thing. They want to deliberately keep missing the point. They know why, but they want to continue to play this game like they're blind. They don't understand what's going on. They don't have any kind of comprehension, know your comprende, right? They don't understand all this other stuff, you know. So it is what it is. Yo no comprende, right? So the Seven of Swords and the Two of Cups right here, right? And the Ace of Swords is about how it is that, so us as Virgos, it'd be difficult sometimes to trust individuals. That's another reason why we be hermits, because currently right now we're going through it right now, some of us Virgos, where it's like some of us Virgos going through it right now, where we end up having to create boundaries. We do. And why is that? Because for what? Why not create boundaries? And I know that sounds weird, but why not create boundaries? Why not? Because the Two of Cups represents, they're just gonna go ahead and let us down anyway. Let me explain something to you. Yo, you know how it is. I feel let down. People don't have any clue sometimes how it is that I be feeling let down by a lot of different people. Real talk. And I was just saying this stuff to myself the other day, just kind of reflecting on stuff like this, right? And kind of, getting that up on out of me about how it is that, you Virgos will have hobbies, right? For me, it was like Beyblade and stuff like this back in the day, right? My two favorite characters was Kai and Tyson, right? Kai and Tyson, because I like attack types, I like balance types, right? I don't like endurance types. I don't really like defensive types, and right. So go to Toys R Us back then, when Toys R Us, it used to be in New York and everything like that, right? We'll go, wouldn't get the bays that I wanted, would have to wait a week after to get to be able to go, wouldn't get the bays that I wanted. Then I would wait for them to restock it, would never restock it. End up having to wait 20 some odd years later to finally get the bays that I wanted. Like stupid stuff like that. Like it'd be stupid. And then got the audacity and then they have the audacity to be like, well, why is it that, like us as Virgos, we really don't be taking certain people seriously? Because what's to take seriously? If I'm being honest, what's to take seriously? Why is it that it's so hard for people to use common sense and get off the stupidity? If they saying, my dear Virgos, that they want a relationship, then what do they think is going to be the end result of being constantly at odds and in altercation with you? They think that trying to do what? They think that being at odds with you Virgos is cute. You think being at they think being at odds with you Virgos is going to turn you Virgos on. But that goes to show you the stupidity, right? Like they be thinking so much that this stuff be making sense, and it makes them look stupid. But then, when you Virgos don't want to have anything to do with them, they be wishing on a star. They be howling at the moon like they don't understand what it is that you be doing. They play so if you didn't know that they was lying, they would be so convincing that they just didn't understand that they didn't understand what it is that you were on. And they don't take it into consideration, the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Maybe you Virgos are not playing a game. Maybe you Virgos see enough games as it is, being played everywhere. And you Virgos are just tired of it because you Virgos have had to experience so much of it, especially when you were young. I know that I know myself that coming up, playing all these games, that got me tired of playing games. Everything is a game. And it's like, that's why it is that so many of these people be poor. And that's why they be struggling at life. And that's why it is that they be so unsuccessful. Stop playing games. You sitting all you all up and down, playing all day instead of going for the things that you want and decluttering your life. That be the problem. You play too much. So let's clarify the Four of Swords. So the Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Five of Pentacles, right? Three of Swords, Queen of Cups, Page of Wands, which is us, Page of Cups, Five of Pentacles, right? Five of Swords, right? They don't stop their game. When they come to us Virgos, they be coming to us Virgos completely wrong. They be rubbing us the wrong way, and they think that that's going to get us on our good side. They think that it's an intelligent thing to do. They think that it's mentally stimulating to disrespect us Virgos and to be confused and just play like and put on this act like they don't understand why it is that us as Virgos be so done with them and be ready to write them off or whatever. And they want to continue to play with this. But at the same time, Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords, they be wondering why it is that we just be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shrugs my shoulders. You just be so nonchalant with these people because you Virgos be understanding they full of it. And when I mean they, I mean like your interactions with others, right? Regardless of however you know them, whether it's friendship, familial ties, relationships, us as Virgos, we get the games being projected onto us when they shouldn't be doing it. We get the games projected onto us since we young. And so the situation with that is the Queen of Cups. And so, like I said, the Queen of Cups is all about how, like, but they don't stop, though. So this is why it is that, going right back to the beginning, Four of Pentacles, this is why us as Virgos, we be loners, right? A lot of times people be thinking that Virgos be socializing, and we do. But the majority of the times we're actually loners because people be on some, short yellow bus type stuff. Like, there's no kind of square dealings. Everything is about circus, clown show. Watch this YouTube video, not get many views because I said the word clown. But that's it though. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We at 20,000 400 and change. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell. Set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. And for you Virgos that want to come through and get a personal reading, you can do so at the link in the comment section below, in the pinned post, right, called the Linktree link. Check it out.